The Lord be with you. I'm Deacon Keith Fournier, and our first reading is from the book of Genesis. When Jacob had reached a certain place, he stopped there for the night, since the sun had set. Taking one of the stones of that place, he made it his pillow, and lay down where he was. He had a dream. There was a ladder planted on the ground with its top reaching to heaven, and God's angels were going up and down on it. And there was Yahweh standing beside him and saying, I, Yahweh, am the God of Abraham your father and the God of Isaac. The ground on which you are lying I shall give to you and your descendants. Your descendants will be as plentiful as the dust on the ground. You will spread out to west and east, to north and south, and all clans on earth will bless themselves by you and your descendants. Be sure I am with you. I shall keep you safe wherever you go and bring you back to this country, for I shall never desert you until I have done what I have promised you. Then Jacob awoke from his sleep and said, Truly, Yahweh is in this place, and I did not know. He was afraid and said, How awe-inspiring this place is. This is nothing less than the abode of God, and this is the gate of heaven. Early the next morning, Jacob took the stone he had used for his pillow and set it up as a pillar, pouring oil over the top of it. And our response is taken from Psalm 84. Even the sparrow has found a home, the swallow a nest to place its young. Your altars, Yahweh Sabaoth, my King and my God. How blessed are those who live in your house. They shall praise you continually. Blessed those who find their strength in you, whose hearts are set on pilgrimage. As they pass through the valley of the balsam, they make there a water hole. And a further blessing, early rain fills it. Yahweh God Sabaoth, hear my prayer. Listen, God of Jacob. For Yahweh God is a rampart and shield. He gives grace and glory. Yahweh refuses nothing good to those whose life is blameless. And our second reading is from the letter of the Apostle Paul to the Corinthians. After all, we do share in God's work. You are God's farm, God's building. By the grace of God which was given to me, I laid the foundations like a trained master builder, and someone else is building on them. Now each one must be careful how he does the building. For nobody can lay down any other foundation than the one which is there already, namely Jesus Christ. On this foundation, different people may build in gold, silver, jewels, wood, hay, or straw. But each person's handiwork will be shown for what it is. The day which dawns in fire will make it clear, and the fire itself will test the quality of each person's work. Do you not realize that you are a temple of God, with the Spirit of God living in you? If anyone should destroy the temple of God, God will destroy that person, because God's temple is holy, and you are that temple. In a reading from the Holy Gospel, according to St. Luke. Jesus entered Jericho and was going through the town, and suddenly a man whose name was Zacchaeus made his appearance. He was one of the senior tax collectors and a wealthy man. He kept trying to see where Jesus was, but he was too short and could not see him for the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore tree to catch a glimpse of Jesus, who was to pass by that way. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and spoke to him. Zacchaeus, come down, hurry, because I am to stay at your house today. And he hurried down, and he welcomed him joyfully. They all complained when they saw what was happening. He has gone to stay at a sinner's house, they said. But Zacchaeus stood his ground, and he said to the Lord, Look, sir, I'm going to give half my property to the poor, and if I have cheated anybody, I will pay him back 4 times that amount. And Jesus said to him, Today salvation has come to this house, because this man too is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man has come to seek out and save what was lost. the gospel of the Lord.